Hey everyone, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. Happy Thursday! Oh, I'm really hoping this goes well today. I'm not making any promises. You know what a hot mess I can be, and I just have that feeling in my bones it's going to be one of those kind of days. Let's see, I'm trying to see if I can see the video on my laptop. This tells you what kind of day it's going to be. We're getting ready for my retreat next weekend. Oh, there we are. So there's not going to be a blog post for this, but I'm going to list all the items in the description here this morning, and then I'll upload it to my YouTube channel. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, give my video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that for that whole algorithm thing. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot of what goes on with that, but I know the more thumbs up I get on a video, the better it goes. So make sure you tell me hi if you're stopping by. I may not acknowledge you right away, but I will get back to you after the video's done, because you know me, I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, so I'm not going to be able to craft and check out all the goings on there. Okay, so today we're playing with the January paper pumpkin. Can you believe it? It's January, and I'm actually making a video for this one. Shocking, I know. So this one is Valentine love themed. I love the fresh Freesia tissue paper. And it goes has a theme of the lock and key, what do you call it, theme that they have over in, is it Paris? I don't know, over there somewhere across the pond, where lovers go over and they get locks. They lock them on this bridge and it seals their love forever. Well, that's what this is kind of all about. So the ink spot is fresh Freesia, and then here is the stamp set. Isn't that cute? And then it came with a spool of, I think that's Calypso Coral twine. You know me and twine. A sheet of dimensionals, a sheet of mini glue dots, which I love, love, love. And then it has a bunch of die cuts and some vellum. Here's 2 of the die cuts along with a dimensional backing. Let me see what we got here. I'll show you. I think I've used just about all of them. Okay, so this one goes here. This gives you an idea of the locks and then the keys. And of course it has some sentiment labels. This is for one of the cards. I did not make them up the way they had them in the instructions. I just went right on to creating my alternates. These are the envelopes. Aren't those adorable? And all those purple lovers out there, you're going to love this stuff. So, here's one of the card bases. Here's another card base. And here's the third card base. But you can see what I have left after playing. I love this wash of color in the back. And I just realized I forgot to bring my trimmer over, so I'll have to grab that here in a second. And then I think I've got everything in my packets. I will tell you, too, that if you purchase a 3-month, a 6-month, or a 12-month prepaid subscription with Paper Pumpkin, you get to also earn a free celebration or multiple celebrations. You're really going to want to get this, because next month is going to coordinate with the Playing in the Rain, and it has, you can see these little dies right here. You can purchase those as an add-on, and they're only $6, and it's going to be adorable. So don't wait on that. Let's see. Put that away because I'm not using that. So let me show you my layout first. So here's my layout. Isn't that sweet? This month's kit goes really well with that Dandy Designs Designer Series paper that you can get for free. It's a celebration pack of paper, and you get a lot. There's 48 sheets, 4 of each design, and I just had to pull it out. So this is one of the card bases. I use the backside for mounting my photo. Sweet little Charlie man and his little binky. This is the card front. I did use the heart, the 2 punches we have in the annual catalog, and I used some of the in color ribbon and those opal rounds. I absolutely love those opal rounds. I stamped the hearts down here at the bottom. Let's see, I used a 4-inch piece of the designer series paper, and then this is actually the back of this sheet right here. That I think measured in at an inch and a quarter somewhere, and I just glued those to make a border there, and I used the labels and lots of those opal rounds. I'm going to miss those when those are gone. They will be retiring this year, so if you have any of the in color items, I would get the refills, because when they announce the retirement list, I think they're going to do that in March or April. Those refills are going to go fast. So here are my 2 alternates. They're fun folds. This is one of those box cards. There's the back. And this is an easel card. Aren't those cute? And here's the inside. I had to stamp the inside of that one too. So let me get my trimmer, because I need to trim this card base for you. I'll show you what I did there. So hey, this is the first walk away in quite a while, so I think that's a win-win. All right. I will also have the measurements for these projects in the description when I get to posting the video. So let me show you what we're going to do here. This card base is 4 1/4 by 11. It's scored at 5 1/2 and 2 3/4. And then here is the card base, and I have one piece of basic white that's 4 by 5 1/4. And these are the products from the kit we're going to use. There's one of those vellum labels. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop out this little keyhole here. And I am going to, let me move this for just a second. I am going to glue this shut. And then we're going to trim it. And I'm going to add some glue there, and I'm going to add some glue here. And then we're just going to shut the card base. Of course it's not straight, right? Of course not. Not when you're on camera. I told you it was going to be one of those days. Oh, I'm making a mess out of it. Bless her heart. All right, let's get this. Okay, make sure you line up the edges, Lori. Okay, there we go. Now we're straight. Okay, now I'm going to trim this to 3 3/4 by 5. So there's a lot of space down here, so we'll just cut that off there. We're going to save this piece. Now, so that I try and keep that print, you can see this print here, I'm going to try and keep it centered. I am just going to trim off about a 1/4 edge on each side, or 1/8 of an edge on each side. Actually, it's going to be more than that. We want 4 3/4. There's 3 3/4. So let's do this. Okay, now we'll make sure that's 3 3/4. Oops. There we go. Okay. Okay, we got that. These you can just toss. We have this layer here. So, let's put this down without making a huge noise. We're going to add our little key. And I put dimensionals on him because I just like dimension on my project. And I'm going to use the mini ones for this, just so that it doesn't stick out. And then These just fit right. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to cut him in half a little bit, so he doesn't really poke out much. All right. It's been breezy here. You can probably hear my wind chimes outside my door. Okay. And we've had lots of sun after all that rain, which has been nice, but of course, we're supposed to get some rain back, so that's a good thing. All right. I'm going to stick on there. He's being persnickety. I should know not to do these things. Come on. Wow, he doesn't want to come out. There we go. Oh, so many challenges and we're just starting. All right, he's off. Okay. So now we're going to try and center him in that keyhole. Just like that. Okay. Now we're going to add him. You know what I did? I did forget one piece of basic white. I need a piece that's 3 3/4 by 5. Hang on, I'll be right back. Fortunately, I have some paper here, all ready to go. And since we have our trimmer, that makes it nice and easy. Told you it was going to be one of those days. So this needs to be 5 1/4 by 4. There we go. Now we'll add him to this layer just like that. And he's going to go on the front flap of our card base. Layer him in there. And you're just going to want to add just a little bit at the base of that layer so that he goes on the bottom. There we go. And then when we get done with the other layers, it'll make the easel part. So we're going to want to stamp. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to add my ribbon on there. We're just going to do a bow on this one. Okay, so the label is going to read, "Love is the key." And since it's photopolymer, I'm going to use my Stampin' Pierce mat. And we have, well, I'm not seeing any comments yet. I hope this is playing. With my luck, you never know. Love is the key. Let's get that on straight because we know what'll happen if I don't. Now, I'm just going to use my large ink pad because I like to save those other ones for when I travel. And we're going to stamp him right there. You know what? I'm using the wrong label, but that's okay. It's going to be different yet the same. Okay. We're going to add him at the bottom. Like so. And since we have this, we're not even going to bother adding that ribbon, as it looks just fine without it. But we are going to add some of those in-color opals. Like I said, these are my favorite, and I use them just about with every project because they really do go with everything. Okay, so there's that. We'll set him aside. That'll be a nicer card for someone who shall remain nameless, dear hubby. Okay, I'm going to stamp off my hearts. Stamp that right there. It's very faint. And then what sentiment did I use? I think I used, oh, I love you. That's an easy one. I'm going to stamp that right there. Okay. Now at the bottom we're going to add another label there. We're going to get that out of the kit since apparently I didn't have everything I needed in my little card pack. But that's okay. We have the labels right here. Okay, this will just really match. Okay, set this aside. And then we'll grab you hold the key to my heart. I think that's my favorite sentiment in this. I'm going to stamp him there. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive here. Since you're not going to see the middle of that vellum, it's okay to use the adhesive. And then we'll add more dimensionals. Add him at the base of the card. Let's close this up because we know what will happen there. I'm going to go ahead and add this to the inside of the card first. And then this will lay right inside here. And we'll add him. Oh, I forgot. This is what we're keeping this for. We're going to add him at the bottom like that. So you want to trim him off to 3 3/4, or I'm sorry, 4, since this is at 4 1/4. So you use just about all of that card base. I'll add some adhesive to that. Lay it down on the inside. That'll help give that label a little bit more support. I'll add him down here. Like so. And our first card is done. Pretty quick and easy, especially when you don't have to fuss with the ribbon, right? So there's the difference of the two. They both look just fine. Okay, card 1 down. Okay, card number 2. This is a box card. And I have, as you can tell, both card bases were fresh Freesia. And this is scored, it's 4 1/4 by 9 1/2. It's scored at 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 8, and 9. I'd think about that for a minute. Okay, so I'm going to cut down my card base, because that's going to be the back, or the inside of the card. Let's kind of clean up a little bit, Lori. This is a mess. I know, it's typical of me, right? Let's move that over. Okay. I'm going to cut this. They're both the front and the back are going to be used. So we'll just trim that at 4 1/4. And then I want to make this for, again, since it's centering the pattern, I'm just going to cut 1/8 off each side. And then this layer is going to be at 5 1/4. Okay. Hi, Beth. How are you? Boy, I'm glad I saw somebody on here. I was getting kind of worried that maybe it wasn't filming. All right. So I'm making the box card like we did at our team meeting the other day. Okay, so there's that. Now, the other portion, the other printed paper we're going to use is the envelope, the inside of the envelope. And I'll show you the best way to, see, this goes all the way down to the bottom, so you got quite a bit to work with. So I'm just going to put just the edge of the envelope at the, this thing, and just snip off that end, and the same with this side. That, and then I want, let's get this out of the way. I want to open this up, and I'm going to cut the white part off. I think I need a new blade on this. So I need a 1 1/4 by 4 inch. Ugh, I definitely need to change that blade out. So I need a 1 1/4 by 4 inch piece for the front of the box. Don't you love it when your blade isn't quite sharp enough? Okay, just trim those off. Then I also need one that is 3, see if I remember right, 2 3/4 by 3. Let me grab my ruler. I think that's what it is. That's what happens when you don't create the blog post. I forget my measurements. Okay. So that other layer is 3 1/4 by 2 3/4. Glad I checked. Okay, so we want 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. Okay. And then I think I need a piece. I do. I need one piece that's a 1/2 inch. Oops. By 4. So you'll end up with this much left over. And I'm sure something will come along when I'm working with the last of the card bases that I can use that with. Okay. So now that we've got all our pieces cut, set that aside for a minute. We're going to glue this on the inside of that box card. Just like this. This card is going to be good for all those purple lovers out there. And we have a few. Okay, I also want to add my 1 inch strip. We'll just say this piece is distressed. We'll lay him in on this piece right here. It's in between the score lines. Just like that. All right, now you want to add some adhesive on this little 1/2 inch piece. You're going to fold that in half, just like that, and then lay it down so that it creates that first box. Now we have another piece that's a 5 by 3 and it's scored at 1/2 inch and 1 1/2 inch. We're going to add our little envelope liner to this front here. It's upside down. And same idea. We're going to add our adhesive. Fold that in half. Oh, we need to put a little bit on this side too. Looks like I'm getting low. Okay, so fold your box down. Lay him on. And then, oops, it's not straight. There we go. Lay him on. And there's your second box. I think I missed on the adhesive. There we go. See? Isn't that cute? All right, so now we have the back of the card, and we're going to add that little strip that we cut off. And we're going to add him right there. So none of your card base or envelope are going to waste. All right, so let's add our hearts. We'll do the back of the card first. And my hearts are right here. Again, we're going to stamp off. Put my pierce mat aside. And then again, you hold the key to my heart. I think Larry's going to get more than one card this year. There we go. Add some adhesive to the back. Let's trim that little edge off. There we go. Flip your box over. So it gives you plenty of room to write too. Okay, here's our back. So now let's decorate the front. have, this is the back side of this label. I didn't want the petal pink showing. And it says, "To my Valentine." Okay. And as usual, my work area is a mess. Some things never change. All right. So I'm going to take my two little lock and key. I'm going to add them first. We're done with the ink. Put that aside. And I still have plenty of envelopes to be able to use for these cards, so that's a good thing. So I'm going to grab my mini glue dots. Let's see, it goes on that side. No, I did it on this side. So I'm going to add a mini glue dot there and one here, just to attach him to the lock. It won't be next week. I got the boys. Oh, I did that backwards. I did it anyway. Okay. All right, so we're going to change this one up a little bit. Now we'll add some dimensionals to the back. I'm going to add a mini one right there. Where'd my mini ones go? Are they sitting out here? Here, I got some here. I'm going to put one right there. That way that'll be stationary. Okay. I just keep adding to the mess. Okay, so we're going to, oh, we should put one down here too. Put one right there. Okay. We got this, Lori. So I'm going to add them right like that. We're going to add our sentiment. Thankfully, these all fit. And it's going to go over the bottom of the heart. We're going to do it this way since everything's backwards. Let's move this over to the middle. Okay. And he's going to lay on the bottom of that. Okay, there's that. Now, I didn't like the Calypso Coral twine, so this is the twine from last month. Remember, you got so much for those boxes, and I thought it went really well with this color scheme on the card, being that it's pretty much monochromatic. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay. Looks like I'll have a little bit left over. Finish tying our bow. We'll add a mini glue dot right to the middle. Come on, there we go. Let's lay him in there. Yeah, I cut a lot off, didn't I? Whew. This one's going to have longer tails. Oh, we don't want it over the words, though. Okay. And we'll add, this one I'm going to add a couple of these on here. We'll put one up here. I was really surprised this didn't have any other embellishments in it. I'll put one right there. Oh, I like the way that turned out. Yay, and we're done. Okay, so there's our two box cards. Let's clean up this mess. Yeesh. Okay. Now you can see what's going on here. There's our, oops, there's our two box cards. There's the back. And our two easel cards. This was the sample. And this is the one without any ribbon. There you go. What do you think? Didn't those turn out cute? I love it. Don't tell Stampin' Up, but I think I like mine better. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great rest rest of your Thursday. It's going to take me a minute to finish getting out. I'll have all the measurements down for the cards listed in the description with links to my online store. Again, if you shop and use this host code and you place a $50 order or more, not only will you get to choose a free celebration item, but I'm also going to send you a surprise package in the mail with a pack of handmade cards. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Sun is shining, so it's going to be nice. It's supposed to be almost 70 today. Wow, it's a real heat wave around here. You guys take care, and I will catch you later. Bye.